Labret. We're talking about the lower center lip piercing. How do you say it? Stick around, I'll tell you what's right. Almost my whole career as a body piercer, I've said Labret. I've also said Labret back in the earlier days, and don't feel bad if you say something different, because when I originally went in and got mine pierced, I believe I called it a labra. The Latin word for lip is labrum. The anthropologist will pronounce this as a labret. So apparently we're all saying it wrong. So if you want to get your just point your bottom lip. Now, when we're talking about labret piercing, we're talking about the center of the lip. So when you're actually placing the dot on the center of your lip, not only is it the center of your lip, but it's got to be the center of your face. When you're looking at this, people are going to see your whole face, not just your lips. So make sure it's lined up to your teeth, your nose, in between your eyes, the center of your chin. Maybe even draw that imaginary line down the center. Another thing to keep in mind is you don't want to pierce too low on the lip, because once that disc on the inside gets too low, it rubs up against your gums. You will get gum erosion, and eventually your teeth will fall out. And there's really no good cure or fix for gum erosion. As far as jewelry options go, the Labret piercing has the disc on the back and the ball in the front. This is the style of jewelry you're going to want to stick with. Now, when you first start, you need to go with the longer post because there is a lot of swelling in this area, and you need to accommodate that room until the swelling's completely gone down. I generally suggest between 3-4 weeks before you downsize to that shorter post. As far as the other jewelry options go, you can always add a gem, a big old cluster on the end. You can do some gold. Or if you want to do the ring, wait till it's all the way healed up, then switch to the ring. Rings generally don't heal very good in there. They look great, but keep in mind that your lips swell, so you have to have a huge ring. It's going to flop to the side. Not a very good look. One of the more famous people to wear this piercing is David Draymond from the band Disturbed. He used to have these two spikes which went underneath his chin. They looked super cool. Unfortunately, they looked like they were pierced a little bit low, and I know he's retired these piercings, so David, if you decide to re-pierce them, call me. Lip piercings are a great piercing for healing because they heal so fast. Oral piercings heal quick. They swell a lot at first, but generally only a couple months and you're done. One of the most common problems people have with this piercing, and it is a big problem, is biting down and chipping your teeth. When you initially get this piercing, you have that longer post in there, so you have the room for swelling, but because the swelling fluctuates back and forth, is when people get careless, eat faster, and damage their teeth. So it's super important. Downsize your post so you have less of a chance of biting down and doing damage to your teeth. Some of the other common problems people have is it's an oral piercing. They're constantly picking at it. You know, we're not supposed to be touching our faces anyways, so keep your hands off there. And if you do need to touch it, wash your hands first. It's that simple. Last thing I want to talk about for problems with this is alcohol. I'm not saying cleaning it with alcohol. You shouldn't be doing that. But people who end up drinking and getting really drunk. The problem here is the alcohol numbs your mouth. I've seen people come back with ripped and bruised piercings because they don't know the damage they're doing when they're drunk. So if you're going to drink, very minimal, and have a friend to watch you to make sure you're not doing something stupid. So we've all bitten our cheek or our lips so hard, and that hurts so much. How do you suppose the lip piercing would feel? Let's check out the pain-o-meter. That didn't last very long, and it stayed pretty low. That's because it's really not that bad. Some of the worst parts about this piercing is just dealing with the week after of the swelling fluctuating, eating slower. But as far as pain, it's pretty darn easy. I've had so many lip piercings, and I eventually just retired them all. They're great piercings, but at one point, I believe I took out 9 piercings, and once I realized how much weight I had in my hand, I just never put them back in there. I just went over the top end. This is a great piercing because it doesn't hurt. They heal awesome. There's a lot of jewelry options, and they work well with other piercings as far as decorating. You can keep it centered, or you can go into some of the other fancier lip piercings, which we'll be talking about in the future. So if you like my video, make sure to hit a subscribe, a like, the bell. Keep putting holes in your body, and we'll see you on the next video.